And just in 2 days' time, we're going to have the special voting taking place for people like us, the military and members of the other security services, as well as those who have registered to take part in that very special voting exercise. And of course, it's going to be convened and monitored and organized by the Electoral Commission. We have the Director of Communication, Eric Jakpasu, on the line, and I would want to speak to him. A very good morning to you, Mr. Jakpasu. Now, particularly, what are the modalities for the conduct of the special voting exercise?
Thank you very much. Good morning, Roland, and good morning to our listeners. Yes, special voting by the law is supposed to take place 7 days to the main election. So we have 1st of December for the special voting, and we have the media, we have election officials and security personnel as the people who are given the opportunity under the law to take part in the special voting. It's going to be done at all the constituency centers. We have 275 constituencies. So every constituency at the barest minimum would have one special voting center. But for very large constituencies like Lada de Kotompong, we're talking about Sunyani East, they may have more than one. So in all, the special voting is going to take place at 284 constituency voting centers across the country. Voting begins at 7 a.m. and ends at 5 p.m. Then at the end of the poll, we would have to seal the ballot boxes with the seals of the Electoral Commission and that of all the political parties, and they will be kept at the custody of the police. And at the end of voting on the 7th of December, the ballot boxes will be sent to the Constituency Collation Center, and in the presence of observers, security, and then party agents, they will be counted just like we count polling station ballots. The results will be announced there, and then put on the pink sheet, and then later transferred onto the constituency collation sheet. So in sum, this is what is going to happen as far as the special voting is concerned.
How many people or voters are taking part in this very special voting?
In all, we have 127,394 voters.
I see. Very interesting as it is. And the exercise will be held in the normal constituencies and also the normal polling stations?
Yes, every constituency will have just a center at the barest minimum. That's why I said we have 275. But there are some of the constituencies where the voters, the number is very, very huge. So for those constituencies, they may have more than one polling center. So I mentioned Burma Camp, that is Lada de Kotompong constituency. Because of the number of soldiers taking part in it, normally we have more than one polling station there. So across the country, we're going to have 284 centers for the special voting.
Well, very interesting as it is, because if we know that from your announcement, each polling station will not contain more than 850 voters. If you do the division and the mathematics, then it doesn't add up to only have about just 200 and something polling centers, is it?
No, we are talking about 127,000 voters, okay? And I think when we divide it by 284, I think we'll be getting something not more than 850 per polling station.
Okay.
If my mathematics will be right.
Okay.
We have 127,394. So if you can do a fast calculation and divide that by 284, I think we should be getting less than 800 per polling station.
Well, great. I qualify to be a special voter on the day, but I didn't register. What does it mean?
Oh, if you didn't register, then you are not in any way qualified, because to be registered for the election, whether it is proxy, whether it is special voting or the general election itself, the basic qualification is that you should be a registered voter.
No, I'm a registered
Unless
voter.
you're talking about you didn't apply.
Okay, great. That's the English.
Okay, if you didn't apply, then you have to wait and vote on election day.
I see.
Because if you didn't apply, there's no way your name would be on the special voters list. So you'll have to wait and go to your polling station and vote on the 7th of December.
And we noticed that some media houses had applied for accreditation, and apparently your people just misspelled their names and also decided to commit other mistakes or errors on their IDs.
Oh, Roland, it is not exactly so. The picture is completely wrong. You know, we've received accreditations, close to about applications for accreditation, about 5,000. And, you know, we're receiving this list, one, through our mails, media office at EC. Then GIBA is also bringing us the list. Then we have GJA also bringing us the list. Now, when the lists are brought, okay, we go through and we submit to the producers to produce the ID card. They bring it, we do quality control checks, and where there are errors, we sort them out, then we send the correct ones. Agreed, there could be possible errors in this chain of production. So yesterday what happened was that this list came from GJA, it came to us, and we sent it to the producers. Then they brought it. Now, when they brought the card, we sat down and we went through them. Having gone through them, at our level, we realized that there were some errors. But we needed the list brought in by GJA to cross-check and then establish whether indeed these were the actual spellings of the name. Yes, we established a few of them, and this lady had come to collect the cards to her place. And we said, no, these ones have errors. So you hold on. We'll have to sort them out and then send them for reproduction. Okay? Before we realized she had left with the card and then went with them, and we were looking for her. So we had to call their station, and they made her to come back. Before then, shots are taken of the errors, and then it was all over on social media. So we're saying that we have given out about over 2,000 cards, and we are talking about errors on about 20, which unfortunately has found its way into social media. So it isn't as if a shoddy work is going on here.
Okay. Do I get it that those preparing the cards are outsourced people?
Yeah, we don't have the capacity to do it in-house.
Okay.
So we can't produce the cards here, so we have producers who are doing it.
Okay, so it's been outsourced.
Yes, sir.
Now, particularly when we have Electoral Commission officials transporting ballot boxes and some are dropping off, etc., that should be a security concern.
Oh, it is a concern. It is a concern, but not exactly security concern. You know, these are empty ballot boxes. You see, Roland, if we look at the way we mobilize resources, we transport resources, you know, everything is time-bound. Within a time period, everybody is supposed to move his or her item from one point to the other. If it is region, there's a time period where you must come in, whether it is day, night, dawn, any hour, and move these materials out. So when you get to the region, we are talking about bad roads. These cars are loaded, you tie them, and you move them deep in the night. So this one, for example, we had ballot paper, some items, including about 40 ballot boxes from Takoradi going to Takwa in Swayam, deep in the night. Okay, so upon arrival, they realized that some of the items had, the rope were not properly tied, or because of the load, some of them had, I don't know how to say it, slackened. So we realized that some of the ballot boxes, empty ballot boxes, had fallen off the pickup vehicle. So quickly, we reported to the police, and then we went on the local FM and then contacted the assemblymen all over that we had these ballot boxes. So they should be on the lookout for them. As we speak, some of them have been found. But what I want to add is that these are empty ballot boxes. At this stage of the process, they are non-sensitive materials because at best, they are just receptacles for anything.
Okay.
They don't contain any election material and they cannot be used for any other purpose.
All right, Mr. Jabasu.
Thank you.
How can we ascertain whether even perhaps ballot papers have not been dropping off your vehicles over the period of transportation?
No, ballot papers, the transportation, the conveyance of ballot papers being sensitive critical materials is under a different arrangement.
Okay.
That is why when you say that ballot boxes have dropped, they should be of security concern. I said they are of concern. You know, when you are carrying election training manuals, you know, some aspects of the logistics that we need for the election, because they are not sensitive. You know, we classify them as sensitive, critical, and non-sensitive.
All right,
but
sir.
because these ones are not sensitive, flyers, education materials, you can even move them without the participation of the major stakeholders like the political parties and the security.
Well, Mr. Jakwasu, that is why you're clarifying this for us. You didn't even tell us that you didn't have the required vehicles to transport them. At least we could have done proper announcements.
No, we have the vehicles.
It looks like you have open vehicles, and when you put things on them, they keep dropping left, right, center on the road.
Oh, Roland, they don't keep dropping left, center, right.
Okay.
You know, when you are mobilizing on this scale in a country, you know, let me make this point that apart from war situations or in the outbreak of serious epidemics in a country, you don't see this mass mobilization and deployment of personnel and resources within a short period in any country. So when you are doing this mobilization and deployment across the length and breadth of this country, all within some time period, you expect some of these irregularities. So okay. It is not as if ballot boxes are dropping left, right, center. then when Roland, and when these things occur, you see, there are some basic questions you ask. Why did they occur? Performance lapses, genuine mistakes, unforeseen circumstances,
all right,
or deliberate acts of wrongdoing.
Well, thanks for the explanation, Mr. Eric. But we'll meet at Bachona Tota for you to buy me a drink.
Thank you. I'll be there before you come.
All right, bye-bye. Mr. Eric Jakwasu is Director of Communications for the Electoral Commission, talking to us about, you know, the special voting that will be taking place just in 2 days' time. I was supposed to take part, but I didn't apply, so it means I'll have to vote in the main election. But it doesn't matter. We'll be here to give you live coverage of that very event. It will just be a mock of what the main exercise would be, but...